blinding my dreadlock in the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call. Got on the season. Say one thing, just give. Making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty.
It's the NFL. Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a parade across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports.
Like it is. Mike. Bandit.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. On second down, a run with Lindsay. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 65 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Looking And to throw is Mahomes. Caught here by Bell. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a third down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete. It's Bell. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Butker able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Roger, 5-0. QB drop. Watch QB drop. 54. Hey, Charlie. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Flacco. Throw left side complete. It's Spencer. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Double up. Gun.
Flacco from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Swing. Gun. 53. Check 53. Let's go.
From the gun, Flacco. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Yo, Wyatt. Mike's 5-4, Mike.
Go!
5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 54, Mike.
A red zone first down for Flacco. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go!
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Mike 22.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Flacco. Screen pass to Lindsey. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Man, I got you. Mike's 56. Mike's 50.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco.
Let's make these babies cry.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. On fourth down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Get ready. Get ready. 43. 43. All day. Kill, kill, kill. 43's the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him. He's going to look deep for Watkins.
where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with you? Such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts them over 100 yards now for the day.
Possibility here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
1st and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
53, Mike, 53. Pick it up, pick it up. 3 wide. Bravo. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Hey, pick it up, defense.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Now Flacco. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Flacco's throw taken in by Fant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Number 53, Mike, 53. Hey, tighten down. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Hey, Wood. 56.
To try again after the sack. Flacco. And it's caught. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive? Well, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Taking it about the 36. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point from McManus is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
56. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Kill. You're over here. You're over here. Hey, yellow, yellow. Gun. Banjo.
Flacco. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike, gun. I got you, boy. Let's go, let's go.
Flacco looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The excellent play last time was followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit. 56 is the mic. Gotta do better.
Here's Flacco. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
6-yard line.
Regular.
Here's Flacco to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Yellow. 180. 43. Check.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's looking deep for Bell. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rewind.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the paint. Alpha. 53 is the mic. 53. Check 53. Strip the ball. Gun. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the gun, Flacco. He'll get this one to Patrick. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Flacco. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a